Welcome to our video on the art of forgiveness. Have you ever felt weighed down by anger or hurt from past experiences? Do you find yourself struggling to move forward because of lingering resentment? If so, you're not alone. Many of us carry emotional burdens from past hurts, but there's a powerful tool that can help us heal and grow: forgiveness. In this video, we'll explore the profound impact forgiveness can have on our lives. We'll look at what forgiveness really means, why it matters so much, and how we can practice it in our daily lives. This isn't about forgetting or excusing harmful actions. It's about freeing ourselves from the weight of past hurts and opening our hearts to new possibilities. Let's start by understanding what forgiveness truly is. Forgiveness is a conscious decision to release feelings of anger, resentment, and the desire for revenge against someone who has wronged us. It's an internal process that allows us to let go of negative emotions and find peace within ourselves. Forgiveness doesn't mean we approve of what happened or that we want to reconcile with the person who hurt us. It's about changing our relationship with the past and choosing to move forward without being controlled by negative emotions. It's important to note that forgiveness is not the same as forgetting. When we forgive, we don't erase the memory of what happened. Instead, we change how we relate to that memory. We also need to understand that forgiveness is not about the other person. It's about our own healing and growth. We don't forgive for the benefit of the person who hurt us. We forgive for our own sake, to free ourselves from the burden of anger and resentment. Now let's explore why forgiveness matters so much. Holding on to grudges and resentment can have serious negative effects on our mental and physical health. When we hold on to anger, our bodies produce stress hormones that can lead to high blood pressure, increased heart rate, and a weakened immune system. Emotionally, holding grudges can lead to depression, anxiety, and a general sense of unhappiness. It can affect our relationships, making it difficult to trust others or form deep connections. On the other hand, forgiveness offers numerous benefits for our personal growth and well-being. When we forgive, we release ourselves from the negative emotions that have been holding us back. This can lead to reduced stress, improved mental health, and better physical health. Forgiveness allows us to reclaim our power and take control of our emotional state. It opens up space for positive emotions like compassion, empathy, and love. By letting go of past hurts, we create room for new, positive experiences in our lives. There are several common misconceptions about forgiveness that we need to address. One of the biggest is the idea that forgiving means forgetting. As we mentioned earlier, this isn't the case. Forgiveness doesn't erase the past. It changes how we relate to it. Another misconception is that forgiveness means reconciliation. While forgiveness can sometimes lead to rebuilding relationships, it doesn't always have to. You can forgive someone without wanting them back in your life. Some people believe that forgiveness means excusing bad behavior or saying that what happened was okay. This is not true. Forgiveness is about releasing your own negative emotions, not condoning harmful actions. It's also important to understand that forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. In fact, it takes great strength and courage to forgive, especially when we've been deeply hurt. Now that we've cleared up these misconceptions, let's look at the forgiveness process. Forgiveness is not a one-time event, but a journey that takes time and effort. The first step in this process is acknowledging the pain we've experienced. We need to be honest with ourselves about how we've been hurt and how it has affected us. This can be difficult, as it often means facing painful memories and emotions. However, it's a crucial step in the healing process. Once we've acknowledged our pain, the next step is choosing to let go. This doesn't mean we instantly stop feeling hurt or angry. It means we make a conscious decision to work towards releasing these negative emotions. We choose to stop dwelling on the hurt and to stop allowing it to control our lives. A key part of the forgiveness process is shifting our perspective. This might involve trying to understand the other person's point of view or the circumstances that led to their actions. It doesn't mean we agree with what they did, but it can help us see the situation in a new light. We might also shift our perspective by focusing on what we've learned from the experience or how it has made us stronger. An often overlooked aspect of forgiveness is self-forgiveness. Many of us find it easier to forgive others than to forgive ourselves. But self-forgiveness is crucial for our emotional well-being and personal growth. We all make mistakes, and holding on to guilt or shame for past actions can be just as damaging as holding on to anger towards others. To practice self-forgiveness, start by acknowledging your mistakes without judgment. Recognize that making mistakes is a normal part of being human. Try to understand what led to your actions and what you've learned from the experience. Commit to doing better in the future, but also accept that you can't change the past. Treat yourself with the same compassion and understanding that you would offer to a good friend. Forgiveness plays a crucial role in our relationships. When we're able to forgive, we can strengthen our bonds with others and create deeper, more meaningful connections. Forgiveness allows us to move past conflicts and misunderstandings, creating space for growth and positive change in our relationships. Communicating forgiveness effectively is an important skill. It involves expressing your feelings honestly, but also with compassion. You might say something like, "What happened hurt me, but I'm choosing to let go of my anger and move forward." Remember, forgiving doesn't mean you have to continue a relationship if it's not healthy for you. As we work on forgiveness, we often encounter obstacles. One common obstacle is resistance. We might feel that by forgiving, we're letting the other person off the hook, or that we're somehow condoning their actions. It's important to remind ourselves that forgiveness is for our own benefit, not for the other person. Another obstacle is dealing with recurring negative thoughts. Even after we've decided to forgive, we might find ourselves replaying the hurtful event in our minds. When this happens, gently redirect your thoughts. You might use a mantra like, "I choose peace over this," or focus on something positive in your life. Practicing forgiveness daily can help us build a more forgiving mindset. This doesn't mean we need to face major betrayals every day. Instead, we can practice with small acts of forgiveness. Maybe someone cuts you off in traffic, or a coworker makes an inconsiderate comment. Instead of holding on to anger, practice letting it go. Over time, this can help us become more naturally forgiving. The impact of forgiveness extends beyond our personal lives. When we practice forgiveness, we create a ripple effect that can impact our communities and the world at large. By letting go of anger and resentment, we contribute to a more peaceful, compassionate world. We model forgiveness for others, including younger generations, helping to break cycles of anger and retaliation. There are many tools and techniques we can use to help us in our forgiveness practice. Meditation and mindfulness can be powerful aids in the forgiveness process. These practices help us become more aware of our thoughts and emotions, allowing us to observe them without getting caught up in them. A simple forgiveness meditation might involve visualizing the person who hurt you, acknowledging your pain, and then imagining yourself releasing that pain. Writing exercises can also be helpful. You might write a letter to the person who hurt you without necessarily sending it, expressing your feelings and your decision to forgive. Journaling about your forgiveness journey can help you process your emotions and track your progress. Affirmations can be a useful tool in building a forgiving mindset. You might use affirmations like, "I choose to let go of anger and embrace peace," or "Forgiveness frees me to live fully in the present." Remember, the goal is to find affirmations that resonate with you personally. Throughout history, there have been many inspiring examples of forgiveness. These individuals faced immense challenges and deep hurts, yet chose the path of forgiveness. Their stories can offer valuable lessons and inspiration for our own forgiveness journeys. One lesson we can learn from these examples is the power of empathy. Many who have practiced radical forgiveness speak about trying to understand the perspective of those who hurt them. This doesn't mean excusing harmful actions, but it can help us see the humanity in others, even when they've done wrong. Another lesson is the freedom that comes with forgiveness. Many who have forgiven profound hurts describe feeling a weight lifted from their shoulders. They often speak of finding peace and being able to move forward with their lives in a way they couldn't when holding on to anger and resentment. These examples also show us that forgiveness is a choice. It's not something that just happens to us, but something we actively decide to do, often in the face of great difficulty. This reminds us that we have the power to choose forgiveness in our own lives, no matter how challenging it might seem. As we practice forgiveness, we often find that it leads to significant personal growth. Forgiveness can be a catalyst for developing greater empathy and understanding. As we work to understand others' perspectives in the forgiveness process, we naturally become more empathetic people overall. Forgiveness also helps us develop emotional resilience. Each time we forgive, we strengthen our ability to handle difficult emotions and challenging situations. We learn that we can face hurt and anger without being controlled by these emotions. Moreover, forgiveness often leads to a greater sense of personal freedom. When we let go of grudges and resentment, we free up mental and emotional energy that can be directed towards positive goals and experiences. We're no longer tied to the past, but can fully engage with the present and look forward to the future. Practicing forgiveness can also lead to improved self-awareness. As we examine our feelings and choices in the forgiveness process, we often gain insights into our patterns of thought and behavior. This increased self-awareness can benefit many areas of our lives. It's important to remember that forgiveness is a skill that can be developed over time. Like any skill, it takes practice and patience. Don't be discouraged if you find forgiveness difficult at first. Each step you take towards forgiveness is valuable, even if the process takes longer than you initially hoped. Forgiveness is a choice we make for our own well-being, not for the benefit of others. It doesn't mean forgetting or excusing harmful actions, but rather freeing ourselves from the burden of negative emotions. Forgiveness offers numerous benefits for our mental and physical health, our relationships, and our personal growth. We've explored various aspects of forgiveness, from self-forgiveness to forgiveness in relationships. We've looked at tools and techniques for practicing forgiveness, and we've considered the broader impact forgiveness can have on our communities and the world. Forgiveness is a journey, not a destination. It's something we continually practice and develop throughout our lives. Each time we choose forgiveness, we open our hearts a little more and create space for peace, compassion, and personal growth. As you move forward from this video, we encourage you to reflect on areas in your life where you might practice forgiveness. This could be forgiving others, forgiving yourself, or even forgiving situations that didn't turn out as you hoped. Start small if you need to, and be patient and compassionate with yourself as you practice. We'd love to hear about your experiences with forgiveness. What challenges have you faced? What benefits have you noticed? Sharing our stories can be a powerful way to encourage and support each other on this journey. If you'd like to explore this topic further, There are many excellent books, podcasts, and online resources available on forgiveness. Consider seeking out these resources to deepen your understanding and practice of forgiveness. Thank you for joining us on this exploration of the art of forgiveness. Remember, each step you take towards forgiveness is a step towards healing, growth, and a more open heart. Your journey of forgiveness has the power to transform not only your life, but also to contribute to a more compassionate world. Here's to your journey of healing and growth through the powerful practice of forgiveness.